Rafi and Clee, live stream. Hopefully we don't say
Right,
We're
here we
on.
are. Hola, you amazing artist.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the live stream. We're excited to be here, and we see that you guys are already here and excited too. That's awesome.
Hello, Silly Tilly and Artistic Adventure. It's exciting that you're here.
It's like waiting for the shuttle to launch, but with more awesomeness.
Thank
We're
you.
more awesome than a shuttle launch.
I
That's
know.
really quite impressive.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
It is quite impressive.
Can you guys hear us okay? We're using a different setup today.
Yes. Make sure that you are hearing us okay while I move things around here and put us where we need to be. So before we get started with the chat, which we are dying to get started with the chat with you guys, just wanted to tell you that tomorrow I'm going to be posting my first vlog of our travels. We just went up north to go see my kids and we recorded it for you guys. So
Yeah, we did. Full of shenanigans and all kinds of cool, fun stuff.
yeah, and I'm a little bit nervous about posting it because I've never done a vlog before that was any good. But hopefully it's good. You guys let me know.
I think it's good. We got a whole lot of hello from all these awesome people.
Hi, Alexis.
Clee is not blurry. It's true.
Yeah.
This is one of the few moments on our YouTube channel that you can see my face, not blurry.
All right, so let's get started with the chat. You guys ask us any questions that you want to ask. Hopefully the chat box thingy works.
Christopher Dahl says, "Hey, Rafi and Clee, I managed to get in on one of these. Cheers."
Yeah,
Cheers,
awesome.
Christopher.
Hi, Christopher.
Hi, I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, good. Yeah, so our travel adventure was.
I'm so sad I have to leave. Bad connection.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Tammy. Next time.
Yeah. Aw. Internet connection, man.
I know. I think
The struggle is real.
I think we're having the same issue. Keep posting.
Hi, Deanne.
Hi, Deanne.
Hi, Terry. Oh, it's a good face. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
So here we are.
Yeah, so the vlog will go up tomorrow. We had an amazing adventure. A vlog doesn't have to be any good. That's why they are nice.
Thank you, Silly Tilly. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you know, it's in part to do a video diary for yourself to look back on.
Yeah.
And like-minded people will enjoy it. I'm still here. Hooray!
Awesome, Tammy.
We're glad.
Yeah, I wanted to do the vlog because when we left on our travels, we drove about 14 to 15 hours to get up to go see my daughter's play. It's her last play, and I was going through some issues. I know if you guys have been watching the videos, you know that there has been some kind of focus, a little bit of focus on financial thoughts, and that is because we are going through a financial
Death spiral.
Not a death spiral.
It's not a death spiral.
Oh, Deanne's waving back. Yeah.
Good evening, Mon and James here. Hello, Mon and James.
Rafi looks like he lost weight.
Oh, that's nice for you to hear.
It's the camera. The camera makes me look like I lost weight.
Earlier today, he was like, I think I'm fat. And I was like,
Whatever.
No, I don't think so. I don't know what to ask. I'm doing as much as I can to promote my art, but just trying to learn something. One day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time,
Yeah.
Tilly. One day.
If you learn one small thing in a day, that's a victory.
Yeah.
And you should celebrate it.
Good evening, Mon and James. Yeah, Tilly, the best thing I could recommend is to not get ahead of yourself. Just take it one day at a time.
Susan Miles says, I'm so shy. How do I get over it? I got 2 pieces of advice for that. Do a farmer's market where you're forced to talk to hundreds, possibly thousands of people a day. That's how I got over my shyness. Or start a YouTube channel where you're interacting with who knows how many people. That will also, it's 2 different kinds of shyness, camera shyness and personal interaction shyness.
Yeah.
Both really good things for getting over the shyness. I was painfully shy.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons for a lot of people, like a lot of you guys know that I got started at the flea market. And one of the reasons that I recommend the flea market is because you have to interact with people, and all types of people go to the flea market, whether it is high class or
Not high class.
Not high class. So like you get to interact with several different types of people, and it really pushes at your comfort zone. So
Yeah.
that's what I recommend. Don't worry about don't acknowledge the fact that you're shy. I'm a very shy person, but when I get in front of people, I sometimes make myself have a conversation with them about what they're interested in talking about. And especially as an artist, you could talk about your art, and I could talk about my art till the cows come home.
Yeah, you get me talking about rocks and outer space and things, and I just go on a total tangent.
Brandy Butcher.
Oh God, the financial
Yeah.
death spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
It always does, right?
Yeah, it always does. And the trick is remaining positive when it seems like everything is kind of falling apart.
One day at a time.
One day at a
Just
time.
like the shyness.
Yeah.
Tim Guillemette says, Rafi, you're looking good, bro.
Oh, thank you.
It's true.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My wife and I are at her first booth setup. Starts tomorrow, and
Wish us luck. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
That's awesome. You'll have to let us know how it goes with the first booth setup.
Yes, indeed.
That could be scary.
I'll be cheering you on. I have a show tomorrow too. I'll be cheering you on from my booth at my show.
Charlie B. Hey guys. Hey Charlie. Rafi, the
Hey.
beard is looking righteous. Thank you.
It takes him like 2 days to grow a beard.
Yeah.
He's so manly.
Yeah. That's why I look scruffy most of the time.
Clea always looks good, lol. Ah, gee. Thanks.
Didn't know camera shyness is also a thing. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
yes,
a
it
different
is.
animal to be in front of a camera.
It took me a while to get comfortable in front of the camera just doing YouTube videos. It took me a long time because I'm not used to just talking to people. If you guys don't know this, when I turn on the camera, I don't necessarily have a script. I don't script things. I just talk from my heart because I want to make sure that I'm being genuine and honest. So that is absolutely nerve-wracking because
In a personal conversation, one-on-one, or with several people, you're playing off the dynamic that's there, and you're interacting with the
Yeah.
people. But when it's a camera,
you're
and
not feeding off of
you're
the
not
people.
getting that bounce back immediately. The live stream's a little different because we are getting feedback from you guys in real time. But talking to a camera, there's a learning curve there for sure.
There is a learning curve because I get the feedback later when you guys comment on the videos, but while I'm filming it, I'm just staring at this round piece of glass.
Is the cold lens. John Groening says on Instagram, is it better to show finished work? I've been posting gesture drawings and finished work. Still struggling with gaining followers. That is the question, how to gain followers. I found that posting only finished work gets a little redundant. And I think people want to see a mixture of like your life and what you're working on and your finished work. That's the lesson I've learned this year.
Yeah, John, what I recommend just to make Instagram easier for you is post stuff that you want to look back at and think, wow, I'm a freaking badass. You know, I am awesome.
I think just like vlogging, the Instagram is like a personal diary. So all the different aspects of your life, who you are as an artist.
Yeah, use it as a way to share something about yourself, but mostly so that you could go back and look at it, record your moments in life. So definitely you working on something, but also I recommend showing pieces and
Works in progress,
yeah.
things that you've got going on.
Chase is here. Hi, Chase.
Hi, Chase. Welcome. Brandy Butcher. Me too.
Yeah.
Tammy Martin, I just started painting this year. I never knew what I had in me. I'm so glad I found you guys. You're both awesome. I've learned and still learning from you guys. You're so fun and funny. Thank you so much,
Thank you, Tammy. You're awesome.
Keep at it. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Welcome back, Clee.
Yeah.
Why, thank you. Silly Tilly. Yeah, money is so scary. I'm not working a job and just living off savings, but it's the only way to make more art.
Yeah. I mean, and that's this is what we do for a living. It's our career. Lee with her jewelry, me with my art, And so it can be challenging because you may go into dry spells. And for the most part, I tell everybody just be prepared for the dry spell. Unfortunately, this year, the IRS decided,
Ugh.
yeah, we're not going to get into that.
We had a moment, we'll just say that.
Yeah.
With the tax season and with several things being due. And sometimes it gets really real and it gets really scary.
And that's fine. That's fine because if you get through it, if you allow yourself to not give up and keep moving forward, obviously you're going to get through it at some point, and what you're going to do is prove to yourself that you can indeed do this.
Humans, and especially creative humans, are so good at adapting. Just adapt one moment to the next. Deal with the situations as you face them.
You guys are great. You could do well. I love watching your videos. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Sorry I'm late. Clee, Rafi, baby, glad to see you guys again.
Hello.
Awesome.
I run a market stall, and I don't make a lot in profit, but I do make a lot of contacts, especially for commissions and workshops. I think as an artist, it's important not to expect huge sales at markets.
That is brilliant, Joanna. Yes.
That's true. Sometimes I have record-breaking market days, and sometimes all I do is hand out business cards all day, and those people are either going to look at the web store or contact me later, and either one is good.
This is where you think about what the price is of the market that you're doing versus price of advertising. Don't ever go into it thinking like, I'm going to make big sales. Remember, you are putting yourself out there in front of people, showing people your art, letting people know that you exist. A lot of those markets with all that foot traffic, that is amazing marketing.
Yeah, it really is.
So like the market here, I think is about $20.
$20 for a weekend.
Yeah.
Or Saturday. And that's buku advertising.
Yeah, it's amazing advertising. You get to hand out business cards, you get to talk about your art, you get to make an impression on people.
And people will see your face week to week, and they'll remember you when they're looking for that particular something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I recommend get yourself out there as much as you possibly can and talk to people as much as you can.
Tammy Martin said that's great advice. I'm camera shy, though. You know what? I would recommend setting up a camera and talking to it, and you can do whatever you want to with that footage later. You can just watch it personally. You can decide not to share it, or you can decide to share it, but just get used to sitting in front of the camera and watching the footage later just for your own purposes.
Yep.
You think?
Tammy said, thanks, guys. Thank you, Tammy.
Tyler, I was wondering how to set up an art booth at any show. It depends on the show. But one thing you're probably going to definitely need is a 10 by 10 canopy with a white canvas canopy cover.
Most shows, that's what they require is a white canopy.
Yeah, and depending on your art, you're going to need obviously some way to hang your art or tables to set your art on or what have you.
I do have that video on how to build an art wall, and a lot of people ask me like, well, how do you put the art wall up? And honestly, that's totally up to you. You could either put a hinge on those walls so they could stand on their own. I also zip tied them to the actual canopy so I could hang them on the canopy. But yeah, take a look on there because I have a tutorial on how to build your own art wall for your canopy.
Tim Guillemette, it's got to be tough with both of you as artists. It's tough, but it's also incredibly awesome because we understand each other and we understand what the other one needs as far as a support system goes. But at the same time, yeah, both being working artists comes with its challenges.
It does. Sure. It does. We both individually get wrapped up in our own projects.
Brandy Butcher, consider a show that is engaging, successful, even without great sales. Yes, most definitely.
Yes, awesome, Brandy.
Christopher Dahl, markets plan on showing for many weeks. The first few weeks will be light sales-wise, but it's okay. Yeah, that usually is the case. People want to look at your face for a couple of weeks.
John Groening, did the Old Explorer help with your marketing? It did. It was what I call the purple cow, but the only problem with the Old Explorer is that most people had no idea what it meant. And in fact, even with the Jeep and with our trees on Jeep, most people have no idea what it means, but it does cause them to ask us.
And on occasion, we get stopped in parking lots to tell people what it is that we are.
Yeah.
I have a festival on the 11th of May. I've seen your videos, but I don't think you guys answered in a video. How do you approach people walking by your booth? Also, any advice to make your booth stand out?
Oh, that would make a good video.
I let people walk by my booth. They can glance and see what it is I do, and if they're not interested in what I do, then that's fine. Because there's hundreds and thousands of people at a show. Whatever percentage of them actually enter the booth, it's good with me.
Yeah. Brandy, Rafi, how do you transport your art to and from a show?
We cram it into our Jeep.
Yes. Usually what I do with smaller pieces is I have the big blue bins, and then I wrap the artwork in plastic bags. I buy plastic bags from Uline. So that's for the smaller pieces, but for the larger pieces, I just stack them in the Jeep on top of everything else.
Burl says, would love to send you one of my hand-painted postcards. You have an address that we could send to.
Oh, you know what, Burl? We are going to open up a P.O. box soon so that we could do that.
Yes. At which time we will let you know how to send things.
We will definitely.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Tammy, lol, it cracks me up just thinking of videotaping myself. Delete. Delete. You know, there's a whole lot of deleted footage that happens in this studio.
Oh yeah, you guys don't. There, in fact, that's one of the things that I want to do with Patreon is put on a lot of the deleted footage that we. Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
Yeah.
Stupid.
What do you think of Redbubble and other print-on-demand places?
You know what? I have a Redbubble store where I sell some of my T-shirts, and my T-shirts do sell from there, but I don't depend on it because usually my profit is anywhere between $2.50 to like $5. So that just goes to my PayPal. It goes to my PayPal account, and that's just kind of like bonus money that shows up on occasion. But I think it's a great idea to open up a Redbubble store because it's not going to cost you anything, and you're gonna, even if it's a small amount, you're gonna make some money on it and get advertising by people finding your content.
Mm-hmm. Redbubble, good. Tim, I'm talking with money. Who said about the people walking by the booth?
Oh, with money.
Yeah. You gotta just let the people do what they will.
Yeah,
is my take. Having done the markets and shows for years now, I some of my neighbors at markets try to call out to people to engage them and get them in, but I find that if they're just naturally gonna gravitate to my space, that's a better way to play it than trying to get them in there.
Yeah, because if they're walking by, then who knows where their mind is? They may not even be interested in looking at any art, or
they might not be into what you do at all. I try to the best of my ability to make my space look as me and as luxury as I can, while still being easy for me to set up. And that's it. Then,
Other than that, if you want, put some marketing material out there, like on a table or something. And even if they're not interested in going into your booth, maybe they'll grab something on the way by. But don't count on those people.
Joanna says, I recently watched a video of Charlene Johnson and I'm being shy in front of the camera. She said to talk to one person, print a picture of your friend and stick it under your camera and just explain.
That's brilliant.
A great idea.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Sarah Lucas, I just got my canopy and set it up with my boyfriend in the backyard. Awesome, Sarah.
Good.
That's good.
That's one hurdle out of the way if you know how to get the canopy open.
You want to make sure you test it and try it out, because I've seen a lot of people setting up at the market for the first time.
The canopy is a struggle if you've never done it before.
Yeah.
And it generally takes at least 2 humans, although 1 human can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Terry Smith, any plans to expand your studio space?
Terry?
We don't know, but yes, we don't know when, but yes.
Yeah. We have several ideas, so we're playing around with things. We are either going to buy a place that is a little bit bigger, that way we could have a much bigger studio, because I love the idea of having my studio at home. We're also thinking about at one point possibly buying a bus and turning it into a studio and traveling the country for a little while.
I do love me a bus.
Or doing both. So plans are there to expand, just not really sure which direction we're going to go in.
We have a plan, but we're totally being flexible because we have no idea what the future has in store.
We're just kind of letting it flow on its own.
Tammy Martin says, do you critique each other's work?
Yes.
Just about every single piece of work.
Yes.
We always show each other the work and give our opinions.
Yeah.
And we're very honest.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is being very honest. If she doesn't like something that I create, I want to know why she doesn't like it and what's going on. And sometimes it's just her opinion, and sometimes she's got a point.
Yeah.
So.
Nick Pavlov, hi, all greetings from Europe. Oh my God, it's 2 a.m.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us at
2
2 a.m.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Christopher Dahl,
cool. We'll send cookies.
Yes.
We love
Fun fact, I love cookies.
We loves cookies.
I love cookies.
Like a lot.
You guys.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Brandy Butcher, I want to see bloopers. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it.
John Groening, ever tried going to a busy park to paint? Is there any issue with marketing there?
No, not at all. You should go to a park and paint. You can basically go and paint anywhere as long as you're not soliciting. Remember, the rules are do not solicit, do not, and by soliciting, it means like, at telling people, hey, this is what I do. Do you want me to paint your face or something like that? If you're painting and people come up to you and ask you questions, you're not soliciting. They're asking you questions. So, yeah.
I think plein air painting is pretty much allowed in public parks.
Yes.
Anywhere you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Tammy Martin, that would be great if you did put your Oops videos on. Funny stuff, I bet.
Yep. Yeah.
And Tammy says, how do you guys price your art? Well, we price our stuff very differently from one another. I have 2 or 3 mathematical equations that I use based on cost of materials and time spent.
And I have several methods that I do. I do have a video on there on how I price my art, because some of them I do by the square inch, and some of them I do on cost of materials and feeling. Mostly I price my stuff based on the feeling of it, what's comfortable for me, because I know that it's important that I believe in the price, and most importantly that I feel like I'm giving that person a good deal on the artwork, so that when I do speak the price, it comes across in a way that is much more confident than like, oh, $500 maybe, like
that never goes over well.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm a little more rigid. I do follow mathematical formulas to price my stuff, but I do adjust it according to how I feel about the piece as well.
Yeah, adjust the price.
Burl says the bus would be cool. Brandy says a tiny house studio. Love that.
I know. I love that.
Both really cool.
Do people vandalize your art at shows, though? No, Ruby.
No, and they would have a big old mess on their hands from me if they tried to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm a nice girl, but you try to break things.
You try to break my stuff. We're going to have some problems. I sound all mean.
Okay, question. Favorite cookie? Honestly, I never met a cookie I didn't like. I guess peanut butter cookies are my least favorite, but I love oatmeal cookies and chocolate chip cookies. And I really like Oreo cookies, and I also like macadamia nut cookies.
This list is gonna go on.
Strawberry shortcake cookies. Anyway, we'll cut that off there.
Sarah Tilley, me too. Yep.
Let's see.
Bren, how to price my watercolor paintings? Bren, I do have a video out there on pricing. I don't know how it would apply to watercolor. Let me think on that, and I will maybe post a video on pricing different styles of art.
Tony T says, just want to say that I appreciate your videos so much. I'm a cartoonist and I want to make a little business out of my art someday, but I'm still very scared. I'm scared of failure and embarrassment. So are we all.
Yes, we are.
Water?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not facing those fears, then you're probably not pushing through any comfort zones, and any creative person is afraid of failure and embarrassment. And The fact of the matter is, putting yourself out there at first is really scary and embarrassing,
Yeah.
but you get over it eventually and you grow your confidence.
And putting yourself out there in different ways still gets scary. There is, as some of you know, I started a Patreon thing, and I am a blubbering mess when it comes to it because it's something different and outside of my comfort zone. And even this vlog that you guys are going to watch tomorrow, that's totally outside of my comfort zone, and I'm scared.
And posting that music video, posting the song that I was working on was terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. But you just have to muscle through it.
Christopher Dahl, Tony T, go for it. I made webcomics a while back and it was a blast. Just try it out, the art, and see how it goes. Yes, go for it.
Yes, and Tony T says also I make jewelry like Clee.
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
Fellow jeweler, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said before, we're going to make more videos that are jewelry-centric.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. How do you sculpt? I want to, but I don't want to invest in all the materials. So for the longest time, I was worried about the price of materials in sculpting, and I was worried that I'd do it wrong. And I think I saw a documentary on Picasso where he was like using wire and all kinds of different things and clay and mixing it together and firing it. And I realized that I could sculpt with whatever I want. And there is a clay out there that is an air dry clay that you could use. It's one of the clays that I use because I don't have a kiln, or we do have a kiln, but we don't have room for it.
Right now it's in storage.
Yeah, so just look at different materials that you can use, and if you don't have the price point for that, go through to a thrift store and find some random objects and glue them together and shape them and build a sculpture. Use paper mache. Use anything if you want to build something and make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think sculptures are fun for that reason because you can use found objects and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. I think we missed a few things here.
Yes, we did. Thank you so much.
Nine Mind. Hi, everyone. Carol Ferguson, where can we see your jewelry making? We will be posting some videos coming here shortly of my jewelry making processes and things.
Yeah, but we also have pictures of the jewelry on our website.
On our website, yes.
But
indeed.
we will have more videos with jewelry making stuff. Clee, go ahead.
Have you thought about making videos too? I'm also a jewelry designer and would love your tips. Yes, there will be more to come in the jewelry realm.
You know how you were talking about being afraid?
I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yep.
So, yes.
Yep. Have the fear and do it anyway.
Bren, thank you. I'll be looking for that vid.
Awesome, Bren.
Blue tea art, hours you spend on a piece can vary greatly depending on the piece. For me, sometimes it's a couple hours. For me, sometimes it's several days.
Yeah, same here. There are some pieces that have taken me close to a month. There are some pieces that I've created in less than an hour.
One very complicated piece I did took 6 months from original concept to completion.
Yeah.
It just depends on the piece.
So now if you're asking about the majority of pieces that I work on will usually take about a day to create.
Yeah, same. Average would be a day.
Yeah.
Love you guys. I hope to meet you both one day. I see you driving around town from time to time, but never ran into you.
Awesome, Carl.
That's cool. I'm sure we will run into you. And if you see us out and about, be sure to say hey.
Yeah. Make sure you say hey.
Tony T, you're right. Thank you. Susan Miles, that song was amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
She was scared. She was nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that people enjoyed the song.
See, Sarah Lucas, love that song and video.
Thank you, Sarah. Bren, I make jewelry too. Yeah, jewelry's an interesting trade. It's a different way of getting your hands dirty.
Yep. Oops.
Hey guys, what happened? What did you do? Jewelers Unite. Yeah.
What type of art are you noticing the public wanting? Carol, that is a question that drove me crazy for a long time. And I will tell you, don't worry about what the public wants, because there are 7 billion people out there,
Yeah.
and there is no united front on what the public wants.
So even if 1% of those people shares an aesthetic with you, then you're in business long term. I make jewelry that I want to wear, and I found that a lot of people share my similar aesthetic, and they love it.
Yeah. Hello from Athens, Greece.
Hello! That's awesome.
Tony, wow, that's a lot of patience. Yeah, it could be for certain pieces.
Yeah.
A lot of patience.
You really got to be into it. I think Clee also has a future in stand-up comedy. I'm content to be the peanut gallery, but thank you.
Let's say me and my teenage son loved watching or listening to you. You two are so real. We feel we really know you. Anyway, thanks and take care. Aw, thank you.
That's a huge compliment,
Yeah.
because really we want to have a relationship with you guys,
Yeah.
and we want you to know who we are as
Yeah.
people, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tony, she's hilarious. Yes, she is.
I'm goofy.
Jose, hi guys. Hi, Jose.
Hi. Canvas question. I think I screwed mine up. I did a color on an Artist Loft canvas and laid it down to dry on a slightly angled surface. Now it seems warped. Is there a way I can get it even again?
So one of the things that I do with that is I will wet the canvas on the back and use a heat gun, especially if you're dealing with the wood warping. You can wet it, use a heat gun, get it nice and hot, and then kind of bend the wood if you can to get it back into shape. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't, but that's what I would recommend doing.
Constantinos, how to approach successfully a gallery.
That is a video that I think I posted already. As far as approaching a gallery, I recommend you get to a place where you don't need a gallery and then approach a gallery, because your confidence level will be where it needs to be. Now, in the future, we're planning on maybe doing some hidden video things. It's something that I want to do, and maybe when we visit Chicago, I'll approach a few galleries and do it the right way and do it the wrong way. I think that would be fun, but that will be a project for in the future.
Yep. Tyler Prawl, when planning on showing and attending art shows, how far should you plan out months in advance? That depends on the show.
Yeah.
For like a gallery, like a solo gallery showing, I would say 3 months.
Yeah.
For like a market, if it's your first market, then give yourself a couple weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
If you're not new to the markets, I mean, I'm kind of winging it at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And most shows have like the date, the deadline way early. So for a bigger show, you'll have plenty of time.
And if you're working on a particular series for a show, then you kind of know, you can gauge how long you might need to get that series together.
Creative Girl of Color. Hey, Rafi, what advice can you give for artist block? I'm in a slump. Aw, well, I'm sorry to hear that. What I recommend that you do is take a walk, go outside, do anything that does not require you to try and think creatively, and give yourself a break. Walk away from it. Don't try to force it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that just get started on anything. Don't try to force brilliance. Get started on the worst possible piece of art that you have ever created. Make that your goal. I'm going to create a piece of crap right now. And usually that allows you to get started. As soon as you get started on the creative process, then you will be able to flow with some more ideas. It's the pressure of not feeling creative that causes the artist block in the first place. So it's almost like this full circle, this what is that called? Catch-22.
Oh yeah, the Catch-22.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes I walk away from jewelry and just work on something unrelated to jewelry.
Yeah.
And that inspires me.
Allow yourself the ability to walk away and just get started on something that is not meant to be brilliant, not meant to be, the next masterpiece. Just allow yourself to work on the next piece piece of crap. That's what a lot of writers do when they have writer's block, is that they allow themselves to write something that is really, really terrible.
Mm-hmm. The first draft is supposed to be terrible.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Let's see. Yeah, whoa, there's some serious bass rolling by our house. Nick Pavlov, I wanted to hide it, but I'll burst after all. Who do I share it, if not with fellow artists, after I read a manual of emergent artists called Get Your Shite Together? I got 5 solo exhibitions lined up.
Well, awesome.
Dude!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
The question about artist block. Yes, you're hilarious too, Rafi. Thank you.
Yes, true.
If you have art for sale with you doing plein air, is that soliciting? No. Well, yes. So if you're doing plein air, and don't set up shop, just go out there to paint. Don't try to sell unless you're at a market or you're somewhere where you have permission to sell, where you have a permit. If you're going to paint, remember, the most important thing is marketing yourself, and going out somewhere and painting, that's marketing. If somebody is interested in seeing more of your work, then you schedule an appointment. They could schedule an appointment with you, but don't go out and do that, because then that's just it's in poor taste.
So bring tons of business cards with you when you're plein air painting, but I would say keep it to that.
Yeah.
Unless you're at a permitted show.
Yeah.
Should I name my next pet Rafi or Klee?
I think Klee is a great name for a pet.
I think both names are real great for a pet. You know, there is a breed of dog called the Klee. The Klee Kai. Yeah.
Yeah, one of our customers has one.
We lost our place.
We did. I don't have a heat gun. Then use... If you don't have a heat gun, try to get a heat gun, and if not, use the sun.
Oh, yeah.
I've done that too.
Or a hairdryer.
Yep.
You know?
Do you sell on Etsy?
Yes. And I highly recommend it.
Yes. The exhibition, September, December, New York City, LA, Paris, Berlin. Now I'm anxious until I fall over. I've never done an exhibition, never mind a solo one for a museum. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's fun. That's fun. Just have fun with it. Don't allow yourself to get nervous or think that you're going to get judged or anything like that. And even if you do get judged, don't worry about it. Just go out on this tour and have fun with it.
Yeah, and if you get nervous, that's okay too. It's all going to go by like a whirlwind, so make sure that you soak it in and enjoy as much of it as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Tony, first video I saw by Rafi, I laughed out loud and subscribed immediately after Klee jumped in with one of her lines. Yeah, that'll happen.
Who knows what I said?
Hey, Rafi, do you have some tips on promoting advertising for a solo exhibition? You know what? I am going to put together a video about that. Yeah, I need to put together a video. Actually, excuse me for a second. Klee will take over because I need a pen so I can write these down.
While Rafi's going to get a pen, he's done a handful of solo exhibitions, and he uses a combination of different things. He designs posters usually for his solo shows and handout marketing materials.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he's writing right now.
I'm writing the video ideas.
Oh, okay. But I think it's a combination of like guerrilla marketing, making posters, hitting up the social medias, which is very important.
It's very important, but mostly you want to get a lot of word of mouth out there. You want to approach marketing from a creative place. You as the very unique creative individual that you are, and try to do things that haven't been done before, because people tend to disassociate. They tend to almost delete information that a lot of marketing companies use that have been overdone. So when you do things that are outside of the norm that will get people's attention, that is always great marketing. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like a guideline or attached completely to your show, because essentially what you need to do is market yourself. So, for example, when I did the solo show, one of the things I did was the scavenger hunt, the art scavenger hunt downtown with magnets and artwork, tiny little pieces of artwork that I did. And that all led people back to the promotion of Rafi. So I did this event and really promoted it and promoted the fact that there were going to be different things at my show. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in a video. I got it written down here, solo show marketing. And also let me write down the pricing different art.
I'm going to read the next question. A lot of show deadlines are way in advance of the show dates. Yeah, that's true. For a lot of the bigger shows, you have to know 6 months to 9 months in advance that you're going to do that show.
Yep.
And be ready for it. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Maybe mix it up like coffee. It'll sound like coffee. Fun fact, our very good friends collectively call us Coffee.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
That's like Brangelina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of show deadlines.
Do you... Oh, I think you skipped. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. I struggle with trying to be perfect, even though I know it's okay to not do everything perfect.
The struggle is real. I share that struggle too.
Yeah.
I never want to make mistakes, and I get upset when I do sometimes, but you live and learn.
And really, you have to think, like, what is perfect? What does perfect actually mean? You know, because everybody has a different idea of what perfect is, and
yeah.
I don't worry about that too much.
And some really good stuff has come out of, like, mistakes that I've made.
I've actually done the I'm going to make a piece of crap thing, and it works.
Yeah, it really does.
When I don't focus, I end up making things that I like. Yeah, exactly. Tony T, you are so funny.
I have 3 pieces of crap that I look at every now and then to see if anything comes to mind.
Yes. That's awesome. So do I. I've got a few pieces of crap in the studio. Maybe I'll give you guys a tour one day.
I have an entire drawer designated to pieces of crap that I pull out and look at sometimes to see if any of them could be anything.
Yeah, and every once in a while, an old piece of crap turns into a diamond. Yeah.
Yeah. What is good art?
What is good art? Any art that you like. Any art that a critic likes, any art that you connect with. Good art is subjective to the viewer. So
I think good art is art created from in here.
Yeah.
And I think less good art is art that's created solely for the purpose of making that moolah.
Yeah.
Without any emotion.
Solely for the purpose of shock value.
Yeah.
But I mean that goes for any creative field. Anybody out there like that's just doing something to get attention or just doing something just to make money, and they are claiming that they are creative, but their only purpose is just that.
It's really easy to pick those out with songs. Like, you can tell when a song came from, like, oh, someone put their soul in it, or like, this is gonna be a 3-minute radio hit.
Yeah.
Kind of song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hi
from Washington.
Yeah.
Hello in Washington. I love Washington State.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Art to raise money for organization. Don't know what you're saying. Thank you guys for all the encouragement. You two rock.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. How do you find shows that aren't necessarily marketed to potential artists to exhibit in online or sites like Zapplication? A lot of the shows that we found were from word of mouth, from doing shows.
Yeah.
And you talk to other artists at the shows, and usually they'll recommend a show. Other than that, we'll look up shows on Zapplication.
I Google cities that I'm interested in seeing, and I look to see what shows they have going on.
Yep. That's great, actually.
I know you guys are in Florida, but are most shows scheduled for summer? Most of our shows are scheduled for fall and spring because summer is soul crushing heat.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not good.
Up north, like in Chicago, a lot of shows are scheduled for the summertime.
They are scheduled for the summertime, but in Chicago, then you've got the shows like the couch show that happens inside Navy Pier. There are other shows that happen at the Merchandise Mart. So there are indoor shows. You just got to look for them.
There's literally a show that you could do a show every weekend year round and
Yeah.
never run out of shows.
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of shows, and you just got to find them.
I'm trying to find shows local to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I would talk to other local artists and see what's happening in your particular town. That's how we discovered most of the local shows that we got involved in.
Yeah,
You can never achieve perfection.
that's true.
It is true.
That's true.
You can just be the best you can be.
Yep. You could be perfect, and I think that you are perfect. You're the perfect version of you, so nobody else could be you as perfectly as you could be perfect.
And I'm going to give us the time warning because we
Okay.
are approaching the hour mark here.
All right, so let's see. Hi guys, question. Which art is worth more? 16 by 20 of a painting that took 10 minutes or 16 by 20 painting that took 30 hours? Well, it depends on the painting and the materials used. Obviously, if you used gold, real 14 karat gold in a 16 by 20 that took 10 minutes is definitely going to be worth more. But also the meaning of it. Like, did it take you 30 hours to make? What is your hourly, what do you pay yourself hourly? And that price gets added. So yeah, you're going to want to consider all those factors in the price.
Mm-hmm. In general, if a piece takes you way longer, then it is going to be more expensive, but there are other factors.
Yeah.
How's the ceiling sculpture going? Did you finish?
Not yet. Not yet. The ceiling sculpture is actually going to get started soon. As soon as I get challenged to do it. It's going to be cool, though. It should be really cool.
Yep.
What do you think of selling mall stuffed animals at festivals? Are you making them?
I need more information.
Yeah, we'll need more information.
I paint with my heart and soul. I won't sell if I don't love it, and that's good.
That's good, Tammy.
That's a good
Yeah.
way to be. Thank you for the Q&A. I've got
gotta
to go close up the shop
shop
and get home to my art studio. See you next time.
Awesome.
See you, Christopher.
See you, Christopher. You're awesome.
Hi, guys. Finally made it to the live stream. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Okay, thanks. I'm 3 hours from Chicago. That helps a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can find tons of
shows.
in
Tons of
Chicago
shows.
and the surrounding areas, Naperville.
Yeah, actually, the same group that does the big show that happens in Chicago,
The Gold Coast?
the Gold Coast show. They do just about all of the festivals that happen in Naperville and a bunch of the towns that are around it. So, and you could pretty much find a show just about every month at least there.
Yeah, it's a great city for art shows.
Do you two
Still do flea markets?
No,
we
no.
do not.
We have not done flea markets in a while. Basically, it got to a point where I looked around. So I started selling my art at the flea market, and then all of a sudden there were other artists that started selling their art at the flea market. But these other artists, they seem like they were selling art so that they could buy alcohol or drugs. And so it got to the point where I realized that I did not want to, even though I got a full benefit of being at the flea market and got to meet so many amazing people and started to build a collector base.
It wasn't long-term viable.
It wasn't long-term viable. It was a good experience for where I was at the time, but you always want to get to a point where you grow out of that.
Yeah, treat everything you're doing as a stepping stone to the next thing that you might want to do.
Yeah, even the markets. Like I stopped doing the market as well because I grew out of it.
And I'm doing the local farmers market, but I'm also working towards other things for my jewelry career. And let's see. Have you ever done shows down in the Florida Keys? Their marketing makes it look amazing. So we actually did do a show as musicians down in the Keys. We did a fairy festival in Key West, which was totally amazing. We were roaming musicians, and it was absolutely wonderful.
And while we were traveling the country, we actually lived in Key West for about 7 months. So they do have ginormous festivals. All kinds of festivals there, very interesting festivals.
Yes, and every single night in Key West, they have the sunset celebration, and you can set up an art booth there, and people show up every single night.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a great place. It's one of the places that when we do a few of the traveling shows, I would like to visit Key West and
revisit there and experience it.
Yeah, and do a show as an artist.
Yeah.
Have you thought about registering as a nonprofit? Nah, not really, because we are a profit-driven business.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The profits.
My lack of confidence in my art skills is squelching my creativity. What did you do to sharpen your skills when starting out as a new artist? I just kept creating.
Make stuff every day.
Just make stuff and see if you could get out of your mind, because your creativity is going to get squelched because of your lack of confidence. And understand that, like, your confidence is not something that you're going to find in your pocket or somewhere else. Your confidence is something that is within you, that you get to develop. So be confident in the fact that you can create perfection that only you can create, and allow yourself to go there, allow yourself to make mistakes, allow yourself to try to fix the mistakes, allow yourself to create in your own way, and just keep doing that, and keep creating, and you'll be able to grow that confidence.
Yeah, and pretty soon you'll look at your stuff, you're like, whoa, I'm awesome.
That is awesome. Thank you. I'm having a 50-70 painting solo in a month, and I can say that I am in the freak out phase. Thank you for the tips over the year now. Looking forward to awesome vids soon. Awesome.
Thank
well,
you.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Zoe Resner says, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia.
Ooh,
awesome.
Nova Scotia.
Thank you both. Love your videos.
Thank
cool,
you,
thank
Tammy.
you. Awesome. All right, well, I guess we are about to go here. So, I guess I didn't put the announcement in here.
Can they see that it says something interesting will be placed here?
Yeah,
that's a promise.
That's what I wrote.
Something interesting will eventually be placed there.
Next time I'll place something interesting.
Stay tuned for that box to show up.
And obviously, you guys know that you can find us on Twitter, on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. My website, I have a blog that I put on the website. And also, we have Patreon as well. So you can find us there.
Yeah, we have all the things.
Thank you guys so much for all you do. You've been such a big help. Oh, thank you. Hello from Connecticut. Hi, Barbara.
Hello.
All right, and this is it. This is the goodbye screen. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are so freaking awesome. I adore you guys so much.
It's so much fun to be here with you guys. I look forward to it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and Cleo was terrified to do the first live stream.
Oh man, I was totally terrified, but it was so much fun that I immediately got over the terror.
Yeah.
Now I'm just excited about it.
Well, awesome. So good, so awesome hanging out with you guys in the studio, and yeah. So I adore you guys. You guys are awesome. Say goodbye, Clee.
Good day and good evening, depending on where you are.
Yep. Adios. And that's it. This is where the awkward part comes in, because I'm like, how do I stop? How do I stop the live stream?
I have no idea. You just find that button.
I'm gonna find. Bye, guys.
It's right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye.